na ene ocean for near that's one of me added people be I was say me celebrate you, and I think say or one of them Kwame Chris Kid or a service personnel or ambassador campus or Univer. Now a great guy pa you show ne nyatsnasia no share be 10 na wo honum enti na was be celebrating and na birthday it's a Kwame Chris Kid in community back door no o Apiamenka campus no in Mantonka Mamentonka na nyumre na be intimi so come o say when you won't come up
I said it yeah last time I call I said Omodoso studio Aina Meka Omodoso
oh yes
Omodoso but said the last time I called when EJ chairman be now how
when
you be na nice
and the chairman na mun da no
be mo an say zero muzi doso ni zero muzi yi na still on come boy show China population.
Wow.
Omodio chama man e woro mo bragana ayi both them beautiful.
Fakye yes.
Baby girls no omombra
also.
Omombe Amstead there mo bobo ani ahye be. Mo be yi we na mo njenko.
It's quite very more happy birthday ni ento so na boss. And a big match be to draw. That is Celtic and Bayern Munchen ebitimi abo Alliance Arena Park. So I think say we in a repetition of history because the last time at these people and I said these two clubs this year was far back in 2016-2017 and at the end of that particular group stage na Bayern Munich etimi Celtic by 3 goals to Alliance Arena courtesy by Papa Thomas Muller, Robert Lewandowski and Kingsley Coman who the share that 3 goals them Bayern Munich and last week we did match with home kakra Mikey Olise and Hurricane etiminya that 2 goals away at the mother side of Bayern Munich Football Club and then Celtic made that kind of standing goal the mother side of Celtic Football Club but in a game near Kosovo Alliance Arena no a lot of things they beat me because of say one the variations are Papa yourself is some company the would in our Celtic Park no Obe used that same variation, meeting against Brendan Rodgers. Rodgers, as a particular football coach, he uses the 4-1-2-3 system. Or close gap now, or making sure the mid-low block system at the Celtic Football Club. No, a pounce on counter-attacking system, making sure say Maida and then Nicholas Kuhn, making sure some open up with. No more closing at the either. Opamecano and then Eric Dyer wouldn't be efficient in the defensive structure of Bayern Munich Football Club. But that match now, I saw a lot of things between Bayern Munich and Celtic because of say one. Result company the born into say Flick, the born into say Julian Nagelsmann, the born into say Thomas Tuchel because of say or identify that same positional player. Now Papa say Julian Nagelsmann them at the side of Bayern Munich at that time. And that positional play, Nana, Papa said Julian Nagelsmann, Bayern Munich, it was very efficient because of say, in his setup, midfield, he uses Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich. But then the difference between Papa said Julian Nagelsmann and Vision Company play in that kind of midfield, they say, Obe create 2 adapters, adapters, they say, Obe use Barca as a primary product just to, defend the back line of Bayern Munich Football Club. No making sure Barca has an offensive pivot in attacking third. They were free the creative just for him to be a career progressor to the main striker or nobody anymore Bayern Munich. And I'm seeing something similar for the side of his own company because of say Joshua Kimmich as an inline generator and also as a deep line playmaker at the typical pinnacle of Bayern Munich midfield. He makes sure say Joshua Kimmich will be static. No, it's me release Conrad Lema as a right full back for Papa and also for the football club called Bayern Munich, just for him to release him to become an inverted midfielder to support Bayern Munich. When he becomes like that, the main person just to block a lot of passes from either Hitati and then Engels in the attacking third and I said in the auxiliary third of Celtic Football Club into the offensive midfield of Bayern Munich, will be Leon Goretzka. He is that same offensive pivot. The offensive pivot, the dual tax rules, just for him to block a lot of passes, be free the midfield of the opponent. It's in there depending about the midfield of Bayern Munich. No making sure say obeti neutralize a lot of passes. No free Jamal Musiala as the main orchestra in attacking third of Bayern Munich Football Club, just for him to create a lot of chances. But say Vincent Company share the transition as here. He makes sure say Obeduale in the right midfield of Bayern Munich, Omankasa a midfield and a half. And that is how he actually did it, beating against Celtic Football Club in the first leg. Now, this is the clear picture of what I'm talking about. Now, when Bayern Munich is actually, transition, Bayern for show black jersey, no, and a Celtic for show more green and white jersey, no. And from the positional play, this Joshua Kimmich tried to actually transition the ball into the attacking third. But over here, because I said when you check about this particular, lineup, Conrad Lema is being used as a right fullback in the right fullback position of Bayern Munich Football Club. The moment Papa Joshua Kimmich Benya born, he would try to actually overload the right hand side of Celtic or Mankasa opposing half. And it will release Papa Conrad Lema just to switch to become an inverted midfielder, waiting for Joshua Kimmich to give him that particular pass for him to overload on the right full flanks. When it becomes like that, now look at the number of players who made depict tackle the right full flanks of Celtic or Mankasa Honomono. You talk about 4 players making sure so made me Ajibon the free Joshua Kimmich in him. When he get the ball, he drive a lot of people to his points. Now these players will be driven to his points, and then he will have a lot of people at his end. Now the most free player will be free in the hono or be manage that kind of pass, and then he can be able to make sure say those availability of spaces are and what attacking third of Celtic or minimum hanono obeti you see those availability of spaces, then obe channel a lot of passes into the attacking third of Celtic or Mankasa opposing half. So that day, me catch you say the same company system of play now Bono currently as we speak. It is all about Joshua Kimmich and a certain Leon Goretzka.
Yes.
But the way and I said the moment Ube just one people and I said one midfielder from this particular setup, that system will not be able to function. Because Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich played very well under Papa, your friend said, Flick, Omobo, under Julian Egosman, Omobo under Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel and Elemete, Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich, wanting them away from the football club because he had Pavlovic, he had Conrad Lema, who can easily do that job in the midfield for Bayern Munich Football Club. But then, Vincent Company Bayern, he has actually redeemed the identity of Bayern Munich Football Club on midfield now. Bayern Munich, the midfield is all about identity and the familiarity. The familiarity is about the 2 pivotal sixes. If you want the side of Bayern Munich Football Club, and if you want your system to function very well, just make sure say that technique, that kind of identity that you need to play. Leon Goretzka and Joshua Kimmich will get the job done for you. And Sergio Manana, the midfield of Bayern Munich, but the moment of Leon Goretzka in the midfield, boss, very, 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 very good because of say one. He is that kind of midfielder. As a traditional number 8, as a box-to-box midfielder, he makes sure say the main creative that Jamal Musiala will be freed up to the spaces, making sure so be cover up for Jamal Musiala and even an invented auxiliary number 10 in the likes of Michael Olise, who always depict in pocket spaces of the opponent. It is a Leon Goretzka, Jumana, the next person who will become an inline generator just to receive the passes from either Dyer or Pemicano and an Eric Dyer from the defensive structure is Joshua Kimmich. So their job is simple. The positional play, they dwell in the more direct system of football and they make sure say, they will free up Jamal Musiala and Michael Olise to become an invented auxiliary striker just to support Harry Kane. So Harry Kane is not that kind of vulnerable Tottenham now, but drop your deep.
Oh, okay.
Abeka Hams, you mean home, it's sure, no making sure to be developed born the Aqua anymore. No, only name Honum, Jamal Musiala will create that magic for him. But when they are going to the attack, now this is the Joshua Kimmich progressive passes. In the midfield, we have progressive carriers and we have progressive passes. Progressive carriers, most of these players' identity is somehow Jamal Musiala. Because Musiala is a progressive carrier. They can easily take the ball from the opponent center half to Mankasa center half. Typical example is Lionel Messi. The peak days of Barcelona, he was a typical ball carrier progressor. When Messi Mount was at Chelsea, he was a typical ball carrier progressor. These people do magic with the ball. They create, they expand the porosity nature of the opponent. And this time around, Joshua Kimmich is having a progressive passes. Progressive passes, and they say, dwelling more on the right flanks of Bayern Munich Football Club. And so he hit map na the Hanum now. So Bayern Munich in bonus if they want to control control the midfield, if they want to control the telepathy system of the football in the midfield, that he will only dwell on the right full flanks of Bayern Munich or Mancasa full flanks have. So red line, the right flanks, no, and Joshua Kimmich, developed that transition in the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. And this season, if you want to talk about Michael Olise, say Joshua Kimmich, developed a lot of progressive passes. The next player into the attacking third, also that the right flanks on Michael Olise. So always, you get the chemistry, you get the equilibrium between Joshua Kimmich and then Papa and say Michael Olise on the right flanks, because Honomu overloaded the right flanks very well. And this season, in the penetrating careers of Michael Olise for the side of Bayern Munich Football Club, with him penetrating 7 careers in the Champions League only this season. It tells you that Vincent Kompany tried to overload on the right flanks of Bayern Munich Football Club. Obviously, says Brendan Rodgers, and then you boss. So why should you? Gil Taylor, any Maida will have a lot of things to do this particular season, and after this particular night. On the left flanks of Celtic Football Club, if they try to overload, that is where Leon Goretzka and Jamal Musiala will overtake the left flanks of Omankasa. A lot of overload in the right flanks of Celtic Football Club. But Joshua Kimmich and then Michael Olise, our combination this season is actually immense, and they are doing it very well. Now, this is the attacking third of Bayern Munich Football Club.
Oh, okay.
Now, when you study this particular picture very well, in attacking third, there were so many systems. Makanwaha, Bobo flat four, Bobo M-Horseshoe, Bobo two-gate system. Obinsu Bobo, the Uno dos Tres. Uno dos Tres, an attacking shape of Barcelona during the time of Pep Guardiola. Obo Andres Iniesta, Wabo Xavi, Wabo Lionel Messi, Wabo Ida Ibrahimovic, Wabo and Luis Suarez, and also David Villa attacking third, and they will create that Uno dos stress. The Uno dos stress is just about say Ubenya one a creativa, a traditional number 8, and a main striker. So the passes will be either for positional play approach, for either vertical and as a horizontal approach. Now when you look at the attacking third of Bayern Munich Football Club, now this is Papa, your friend said Michael Olise, trying to get the Uno dos stress system for the side of Bayern Munich, and then Ubenyo will be to say I can't say this is Jamal Musiala trying to overload in the half spaces, and then Harry Kane will be that leading attacker. Say Michael Olise 80 minutes on the two. Jamal Musiala, he can easily get the ball down for Harry Kane, and that's the Uno dos stress. Those 3 attackers, it is 1, 2, 3. The passes goes like 1, 2, 3. They depict in the half spaces, and they can easily release the ball into the attacking third of Harry Kane. That is the typical nature of his own company. He doesn't use the flat four. He doesn't use most of the incisive passes, but then he uses the Uno dos Tres system in attacking just for him to overload, making sure say Harry Kane will be that player. So when that center backs and that's what space need that he can easily go in there and get the ball done. It's a rematch will be crucial, but Brendan Rodgers play a little bit of compactable system of football, and his compactness, or making sure so bit more overloading only just one midfielder as a lonely pivot in the midfield of Celtic, and that is Callum McGregor. That player this season for Celtic, he has made close to about 76 generation of passes into attacking third. Say Celtic Fonya Bona, the first person who made him overlooking will be Callum McGregor over here in the midfield. That's the reason why when you look closer to this particular picture, Brendan Rodgers will get the ball done for Callum McGregor in the midfield. But then if you want to get the ball, if you want to break the system of Celtic, Brendan Rodgers' system, you need to form that rectangular angle in the midfield just to get the ball done. And as you get the ball, get the tackle from Callum McGregor and get the ball done in the midfield. When it becomes like that, this system is actually called the distance marking system in the midfield.
Oh, okay.
So distance marking system, Vincent Kompany invented that system, or making sure so better retrieve the ball from that particular opponent into 4 players who will be around that same Callum McGregor in the midfield, and they will try to get the ball from him. And some years now, they can easily control the game for the side of Bayern Munich. This will be the man I was watching out. This time around, the dressing room of Bayern Munich, Vincent Kompany has entrusted a lot of his things for Joshua Kimmich in the dressing room, because he believes that when this boy gets his best of the day, he can carry the football club. So if Callum McGregor, if Hitati, who needs to control the midfield of Celtic Football Club, they should get this boy away from that particular game. And Jamal Musiala is the star boy to watch. Jamal Musiala, Michael Olise are the star boys to watch in this particular game. Jamal Musiala this season in the Champions League, creating a lot of chances, making 12 goals contribution this season, both for Bundesliga and the Champions League for the side of Bayern Munich. It tells you, say, he has something special to create. But boss, Barca system way. I'm hoping Flick will just attest to this system. Yes. Yes.
Barca system.
Barca system. This particular midfield. I'm seeing something special for this midfield. Who said no Yokofi need Komobi?
Yeah.
They come Mark Bernal as him. When he started, he was playing Mark Bernal, Mark Casado in the midfield. And they were playing very well. And Mark Bernal, a prior is an injury, a core. Mark Casado is a but then Mark Casado is ball within Pedri and Gavi. Who said Mark Casado is not actually functioning very well as compared to Mark Bernal because his compatibility with Mark Bernal won't finish. So when they come to the team A, they understand each other, just like Xavi and Iniesta, Sergio Busquets, under Pep Guardiola, they were playing for themselves because and I'm seeing a new identity in Frankie de Jong, Gavi, and Pedri. This guy is a well-composed deep line playmaker. In fact, Makacho said Dutch for no, they deals with certain principles in football, and the principles is about technique. The technique aspect of Frankie de Jong is something special. Ryan Volcano will try to create a lot of compressive football in the midfield, but you will have someone who has that experience, who has that composure, just to change the tempo of the game for you at any moment in time. And he progresses the ball very well. So, of course, an offensive midfielder, he does it so beautifully. So, defender, he makes sure so obey you the IQ, the intelligent quotient, just to get the ball from the rival Volcano guys. And Pedri Gavi is actually having their magic dates under Hansi Flick. System Nimbun say, get Pedri done as a number 10, Magavi Mbo as a traditional number 8, making sure that De Jong be controlling the midfield the amount, just like how Sergio Busquets will control the midfield for Papa FC Barcelona. When it becomes like this, Barca will dominate this season the Spanish La Liga.
Marty, wonderful from Maestro. Kwame Chris Kidd, I'm grateful, Big Brother GH. The Maestro, God bless you, or that's some of the other Paya Jakarta, the Maestro. And Mausi ne Honorable Asuma thumbs up the Maestro, or that's it. Samuel Edu watching live from